Alan the Savage Babic looking so serious. Why so serious?
I don't know. I'm just like that when I'm on this alone. So many battles. I had two of my best fights in this Gashandera and Winters, and I had my engagement here, and a lot of things is connecting me to this alone. It's beautiful.
Good to see you back. You had a little bit of a dabble at Bridgerweight. Yeah, a little bit of a dabble, but talk to us about that Rosansky fight because I don't think I haven't spoken to you in such a long time, Alan.
Yeah, well, it was shit. That's the easiest thing to say. I'm gonna stick that finger where the shot don't sound.
And he's not talking to me; it's someone standing behind me. Yes, thank you. I just had to clarify that for the
Alan, how could you say that to a woman? Disgusting that is.
right, and just like that, Alan's got to leave. But
Sorry, I was set up.
most funny things are wrong.
Tell that to somebody else, crazy.
Alan, sorry, we were so rudely interrupted, but at the end of the day, you're one of the stars of the show and you had to go to the main stage. Just as a disclaimer, Kugan Cassius was stood behind me, so when you were doing those expletives and talking about sticking fingers where the sun doesn't shine, you weren't. That wasn't aimed at me.
Of course, it was aimed at my friend Kugan Cassius. It doesn't look any better, but it's more right.
We were talking about your last fight out. You've done a bit of what we can, I don't know, we can call it moonlighting. You've been fighting here, there and everywhere. So talk to us about that Rosansky fight and any learning from it.
Following everything. I mean, that Rosansky fight took me back like 10 years in my life. And I was like, now I have to get back where I was, which is right here, standing here, talking to you and to all these guys. So it was a big thing for me, and I know how hard it was. So I respect myself much more after that fight. And that's my confidence getting into this fight. Because I know nothing could happen to me that already happened. I was down, I was down and out. I was everything. So I was really on a bad path, very bad path, and I managed to climb out of it. And now I'm standing. I'm headlining a fight in Matchroom, so it's amazing.
The one thing I want to ask, obviously we're here at Matchroom headquarters, you are going up against Johnny Fisher. One of the things that's been quite loud this week is the fact that Matchroom lost to Queensbury. Now, we speak about fights and it's brilliant when you're winning. Everyone loves you, everyone cheers your name, they're all there for you. But what sometimes I don't think people understand is what happens when you lose. Talk to us about that, Alan. Talk to the fans, like the flip side of that coin. You're an entertaining fighter. You pull a crowd. We know this. We've seen this. But how does somebody like yourself deal with a loss?
Yeah, well, listen. As high as you fly, the fall is going to be even harder. And I flew high. I flew. I don't know where, in the fucking cosmos and stuff. And I fall down to two friends. I had only two friends after all that. Two friends, two people, not even friends. My best man and my friend, but and my wife was there. So I literally had 3 or 4 people in my life. Can you imagine that? After all of this, I was here, I was fighting here, but nobody cared about that. They just talk rubbish to you, and the internet today, it killed me, nearly killed me. But that strengthens you up. It toughens you up. I'm tough as ever right now because it really gives you extra bones. I can literally see extra bones in myself after that fight because the fight was a shit storm. But after fight, year after, that's what I respect. That was the hard part. That was the long, slow moving. That was very hard. So I was literally 1 month away from being a waiter again. Literally from all of this. So it was that close. I was that close. I was on the brink of annihilation. And I said to my wife, even, you can leave if you want. I'm not gonna be mad. And she's like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? But I really thought at one time everybody would leave because everybody did leave. Everybody said, oh, we're with you, we're your team. Nobody's my team, bro. And now I know. Now I am my team, my wife is my team, and we are the team. You know.
Very, very wise words. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So let's talk about the preparation for this fight. You are headlining a card against Matchroom's Johnny Fisher. Matchroom, a card, a promoter that you're familiar with. You've fought majority of your fights with them. Talk to us about the preparation for Johnny Fisher. I know one thing, it may not be the most clinical boxing match that we'll see, but it's going to be a tear-up. But it's got to be your words, Alen.
Yeah, it needs to be my way. You know, it needs to be a savage way, and I need to get back to where I was, where you heard about me, when everybody heard about me. Because not because I'm the most technical, because I'm the craziest motherfucker. And I don't care about myself, and I give you everything I can. I give you all the last ounce of my power. I'm gonna give for the one fan, not for thousands. We're gonna be thousands in the arena. So I think I'm just. I can't imagine it. I was never in that kind of pressure situation, I think. Never. In Poland was different. It was only maybe 500 people all against me, shouting profanities and stuff. This is going to be different. This is going to be a true, like, not hate, but just like a boxing, like a football match. This is going to be the closest I'm going to live to, maybe. You know, it's crazy. So I just want to soak it up.
And how was preparation, or to start? Yeah, how's that been going? The preparation for this.
Well, yesterday and Monday I had the best two sparrings in my life. So yesterday was 8 rounds, Monday was 6 rounds, the best. So I feel the best. My condition is at the all-time high. My food is the best ever. I started eating steaks again. I was off red meat for a while and I missed it. Now I like my T-bone a day. I'm a T-bone a day kind of guy right now. So I really feel good. I really feel amazing. Can't explain.
I've got to talk to you about the heavyweights. We've had some good heavyweight fights on the weekend, and I want your thoughts on, obviously, Daniel Dubois. We'll start off with Daniel Dubois versus Filip Hrgovic. Filip Hrgovic seemed to be the clear favourite for the majority of people. Daniel, like yourself, has suffered losses early in his career, still quite a young man. Talk to us how you saw that fight and how you saw that win for Daniel.
Yeah, to be honest, I thought Hrgovic is going to demolish him. You know, like many of us did, like most of the world. But when the fight started, at the end of the second round, I saw problems because Hrgovic wasn't doing any damage. He was hitting him clean and flush, but Dubois was just walking through them. He says a few punches sting a little bit. That's not what you want to hear, you know. So he was just taking it good and being better and better through each and every round. And Hrgovic was just lost. In the sixth round, he was done. He was cut, badly wounded, cut, and very, very big. He has a terrible comeback in front of him. It's going to be hard, I know. And I feel for him, even though I didn't like him my whole life, you know. But I feel for him because it's tough times. It's tough because people don't understand. It's not just a comeback fight. Comeback fight is already done. Road leading up to the comeback fight, that is the tough part. That is when you're alone. Nobody cares. When you have self-doubts and you realize you are not as good as you thought you were.
Okay.
It's very, 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 very hard. I had the same revelation to myself.
How do you deal with that then, Alen, when obviously whatever it is, whether it's the fans hyping you up, whether it's the team around you that are hyping you up, and you have that realization that, hold on a minute, I've still got work to do. I'm really not that guy yet. What does that do to you mentally?
I just became that guy just on the drug of my last fight, just exactly in the ring. So right up to the fight, minutes before the fights, I thought I'm going to lose by knockout. Can you believe it? I thought I'm going to lose to Drago by clear knockout. I was sure about it. So that is the road that Hrgovic has to go through because he will now be sure he's going to lose. He's not that man. And I was like, this guy Drago is big and strong. I didn't see that he's not a good boxer and stuff. And I'm much better, but I just saw him. I saw his height, and everybody talked to you. You're too small and stuff. And I was about 98% sure I'm going to lose by knockout.
Hold on a minute. So you're going into that fight with Stevenson, and you think you're going to lose. You're walking up to the ring, and these are the thoughts that are going through your head. How do you overcome that?
I was sure about gonna lose. I was just about to getting okay, Alen. We had a good round, you know. We had a good round. I came back, but now I'm gonna be knocked out. And then I went into a fight. Inside, I remember it was 4 seconds, literally. I was like, this guy has nothing to do with me in the ring. It's funny. And then when the first round ended, I was laughing in the corner. And my coach thought I'm crazy. I was just like, don't talk nothing, just leave me. I'm enjoying. He's like, Alen, it's not over. I don't care. It's over. I'm gonna kill him. And then I realized, bro, no, the reality hit me. But I was sure, yeah, when I was walking towards the ring, I was sure I'm gonna lose. I was sure. I was like, oh my God, everybody will hate me. It's a big stage. Oh my God. All the worst things you can imagine was in my hand. Because I'm very visualized. I try to visualize. So I visualized myself being knocked out for days. Yeah, because you just come to head. You can't remove that. And I know that Hergovic is going to go the same path. You visualize that cuts, that the shots, everything, so hard. The toughest sport alive.
Well, then I think it's a perfect point to ask, how do you think Deontay Wilder's feeling then? Because surely that, I mean, he actually got knocked out.
Yeah, first time. Exactly how I feel he will think. Because listen, now you know you don't have a granite chin. I found out I can be knocked down. I thought I could never be knocked down. You saw Balski put me down and just go back up. He put me down, I go back up. I don't care, but this time I didn't back up. I wasn't up, and the judge stopped the fight with Rozanski, and I didn't complain because I knew I wasn't there. I knew. Judge told me, "You're not here. I see your eyes are not in this room." So yeah, it's a very hard road from being invincible. I have 100 amateur fights, never days, never nothing, to being like easily knocked out. Like it's very weird. You saw my knockouts; it was very weird. I was just falling on the floor. I would never fall on the floor. So obviously something happened.
No, it's up. Thank you for sharing your perspective, because sometimes I think, there's a lot of fighters that are running with that old record at the moment, the young prospects. They're going through their career and they have that, that there's a little bit of doubt maybe, but they've still got that air of instability. So it's good to listen to somebody that's seen like both sides of the coin.
That was my biggest regret, that I had that aura. Why did I took it? Because I was an underdog for my full 11 fights. On the 12th fight, I took a favorite as a role as a favorite, and the casinos, the gambling men all took money on me and stuff, and I was like, okay, I'm about to win this. They say I'm gonna win this, but no, that wasn't reality, So you should always be down, humble, and I'm never gonna look up again. I'm never gonna do it again.
Well, listen, I look forward to your bout. Copper Box. Yeah. July the 6th, back in London, back with Matchroom. I look forward to seeing you back out, and thank you for keeping us entertained.
People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.